Namaskaram. Today I would like to share how Dharma has guided my life from my earliest childhood memories until today. Some of my very first memories are filled with dance. I remember watching my mother and brother practice classical dance at home. Their movements, expressions, and music fascinated me. Whenever they stopped practicing, I wanted to see more. Being part of the technology generation, I would search for those same dances on YouTube and try to imitate them by myself. Long before I started formal lessons, I spent countless hours pretending to be a dancer, copying every movement and expression I could. Those childhood experiences eventually shaped me into a kuchipudi dancer and also led me to study Western classical ballet from a very young age. As I grew older, I began to understand that the beauty of these dances was only the beginning. Behind every movement, expression, and story lies a deeper spiritual meaning. Dance became not only an art form, but also a pathway toward understanding truth, devotion, and the eternal values of Dharma. Another cherished childhood memory is my mother reading stories of little Krishna from Amara Chitra Katha books. Like many children, I was captivated by Krishna's playful and mischievous nature. I felt an immediate connection to him and imagined him as my friend and companion. My mother even bought me a small Krishna idol, and he became my constant playmate. Although I knew Krishna was a god, I also treated him like a friend. I would imitate my parents by performing puja using paper flowers that I made myself. Looking back, I realized those simple childhood games were my first experience of devotion. These memories from about the ages of 3 to 5 form the foundation of my relationship with Dharma. Around the age of 4 or 5, my mother began teaching me poems from Potana Bhagavatam and enrolled me in Carnatic music lessons. My formal Kuchipudi training had actually begun even earlier. My grandfather initiated me at the temple in Kuchipudi village in India when I was very young. I do not remember the event clearly, but I've seen the photographs and I feel grateful to have been connected to this tradition from such an early age. As I grew older, I began to appreciate the intellectual and scientific heritage embedded within Sanatana Dharma. My brother and I attended Vedic mathematics classes at our temple, and later my brother even became a teacher in that program. Learning about concepts such as zero, the decimal system, astronomical calculations, planetary movements, and the precise prediction of solar and lunar eclipses gave me a new appreciation for the depth of knowledge preserved within Bharatiya civilization. I realized that many remarkable contributions to mathematics, astronomy, medical and surgical techniques all emerged from this tradition thousands of years ago. It made me proud of the heritage I had inherited and inspired me to learn more. I also began to understand that many customs and traditions within Sanatana Dharma have practical wisdom behind them. Certain practices surrounding birth, illness, death often reflect principles that promote hygiene, health, and community well-being. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many people around the world began to appreciate the value of practices that existed in our culture for generations. This taught me that traditions often contain layers of meaning that become clearer with time and understanding. One of my favorite family traditions is how we celebrate birthdays. On my birthday, I first seek blessings by touching the feet of my parents and elders. My mother gives me traditional oil bath while reciting prayers and invoking the blessings of sacred rivers such as Ganga and Yamuna. I then wear beautiful new Indian clothes and offer prayers. One moment I especially treasure is when my mother performs Mangala Harati for me, just as she does for the other deities in our puja room. She always tells me that every daughter is a form of Mahalakshmi and sings the Annamacharya composition Kshirabdi Kanyaku Sri Mahalakshmi Ki Mangalam. Those moments make me feel deeply loved, valued, and connected to my culture. They remind me that every human being carries a divine spark within. Finally, one of the most important principles that guides my life is the teaching of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The whole world is one family. This idea teaches me to treat all people with kindness, respect, and compassion. It encourages me to look beyond differences and recognize our shared humanity. As an American and Sanatani, this teaching resonates deeply with me. My family has been blessed with friendships that feel like family relationships. Some of the people I consider grandparents, aunts, uncles, and lifelong friends come from backgrounds very different from my own. Yet they have become part of our extended family through love, trust, and mutual respect. Sanatana Dharma has taught me that it is possible to remain firmly rooted in one's traditions while also embracing and learning from others. It teaches acceptance without losing identity and integration without abandoning values. For me, Dharma is not simply a religion or a set of rituals. It is a way of living. It guides my art, my relationships, my learning, and my understanding of the world. It helps me stay connected to my roots while growing into a responsible American and a global citizen. For all these reasons, I feel grateful that Dharma continues to guide me every day. I thank Govila Kalanidhi for giving me the opportunity to share my journey and reflections on how Dharma continues to guide my life. Thank you. Namaskaram.